Hello, beautiful community. Happy Wednesday. I am so sorry I'm a little bit late. I had another meeting that ran over. Let me know if that has only happened to me, because I'm sure it happens a lot. So I apologize for coming in a few minutes late to my live today. I hope you're doing well. Let me know. Say hi as you're joining my live here on my community on Facebook, Life School, and also Lona Lopari Official on Instagram. And today I wanted to continue the conversation. I made a post today regarding being purposeful, regarding the whatever we're going through with the inflation, the economy, and also the recession, the um, potential recession that is always being thrown out there. Personally, I don't watch the news. That is my way, how I curate the information that I receive day to day so that I do not get influenced. But however, I know, hi Tia, thank you so much for being here on the live. Um, so good to actually see you. Hope you're doing well and you are getting ready for the holidays. By the way, are you all getting ready for the holidays? What are you doing? Did you buy all the gifts? Are you planning time with family, quality time, which is always a really cool part of this time of the year? Here in New York, it's a little cold. However, there's a lot of aggressive Christmas shopping, and actually it ties in with our topic today, right? So, choosing our thoughts intentionally regarding the fear mindset that usually comes over when we hear about whatever's going on, right? So, every cycle of life, at least here are my thoughts that I want to just develop from my post today. Life is like that, right? There's ups and downs, right? Whatever goes up must come down. And just like the cycle of emotions that we talk about here sometimes in this community, because emotions are everything, right? Our mindset is everything, especially when we are aligning our life and business and we're growing a legacy and we want to put our work in the world and get back impact and make income, right? So it's also very important to understand that whatever, just like the cycles of emotions, everything that does well, there's winters and there's also summers and springs, right? So we're in the winter. Usually this is where most people panic and where the most uncertainty lies with people. But I would just like to give you my insight and my perspective, and hopefully it kind of helps or shifts some of your perspective with you trying to grow your business as well, or if you're working somewhere and you maybe lack some certainty, right? And you might start a business because that's usually the other thought of what happens, right? I mean, when you are involuntarily let go of an opportunity, of course you want to pick up maybe old hobbies or open up things or passions or things that you've been wanting to do, but because of your lack of time, you haven't had the time to do so, right? So new opportunities always open up in times of, let's say, crisis. I don't want to call it a crisis, but it's all in the words, right? Because a lot of times the things we say to ourselves are the things we experience. So I would say that just like with everything that we want to consider, we only can control what we can control. Even during the pandemic, there was a lot of businesses that, because they didn't adapt on time and because of their scarcity mindset, went down, right? Could not survive. And new businesses showed up and thrived, right? And older businesses, traditional businesses, did really, really well, had their best years during the pandemic, right? So you do want to be sensitive, right? And understand what is happening, but you don't want to allow your scarcity mindset to limit you in the way that you show up and in the way that you charge for your offers, and in really knowing that the people that you're waiting to help are right there, right? And they're waiting for you to help, right? Because in every economy, in every season, there will be people that are going to have a fear mindset, and there are going to be people where this is actually the time they lean in to invest in themselves even more. And that's the kind of thoughts that I want to give you today. Find the people that, because of the uncertainty, They want to take control over their lives, invest in themselves, and have the security down the line that they might be missing at this point in time. So there's a lot of people that are looking for the help that you're willing to give them, right? So you have to always believe in your work. You always have to believe in the value you offer. And you always have to believe that the people that are looking for what you have to offer are always available right there and you are on demand, right? So giving yourself, feeding yourself with these thoughts is very, very important because we know that what we think really turns into our results, right? So it starts here and then it goes into action, right? I love strategy, and I'm a high level strategist. So I teach strategy all day. However, strategy starts here, right? Action. Strategy is just a fancy word for action, right? But the right action, the purposeful action that you need to take, right, to grow your business. So when you combine the two, you're unstoppable. And just like anything, you have to just focus on the people that are making the investments at this time, and do not change your offers. Do not change what you are doing because of the fear behind it. You might be thinking that people might have less disposable income to invest in your services, right? Because it's really a matter of where people put their priority, right? I mean, you have to believe in the work you do, and what you do is so necessary for people and it changes their lives that I would rather go less out to eat or buy something really expensive, and when I'm comparing that to investing in myself. Because if I invest in myself, whatever economic time is going to show up, I'm gonna be in control and I know how to create income. And that is a skill, my friends, that no one can take from you. That is always there with you. So I would say that this is kind of some of my 2 cents in the whole recession economy that we're going through. So hopefully, my experience, can shift some of your perspective. If you might be in the poor mindset or fear mindset that, people don't have any money and they're not spending any money, and people are going to let go of the luxury purchases, let's just say, and only focus on their survival needs, right? Their essentials is what we call them. So that's not true, right? It's really in the way that we think about things. And stay away from the news. Definitely curate your communities. Keep your mind healthy. Keep yourself surrounded by people that are creating big results, and they're always pivoting and navigating any circumstance, because at the end of the day, every circumstance is something we don't control. All we control is the way we think about it and the actions we take. So it is always our power, within our power, I should say, to choose intentionally and purposely the sentences we tell our brain, right? Because that's where everything starts. So really, having said that, I want to thank a lot of you. My calendar for January, speaking of that, there's a lot of people looking for help, and I am definitely experiencing that. So my calendar for people that are looking to grow their business, to grow their legacy business through branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team, my private coaching is filling up really fast for January. I've had a lot of calls with a lot of you that are looking for the personalized strategy to grow your business for 2023, as a lot of you are making your investment plans. You're very savvy and smart entrepreneurs. You're planning ahead for the business growth for the next year, quarters, vision, mission that you're looking to pursue for next year in the line. So my calendar is running out fast, so I would love to, I have a couple of spots left. So I would definitely encourage you to grab a call and we can meet personally. All our conversations are really natural, and see where you are and how is it that I could support you in building a life and business on purpose while making income and impact. Because with the framework that I have developed, it's all personalized and customized, and it's really the foundational framework that every business needs to grow and to sustain the growth that it wants, right? I mean, we all need to learn how to position ourselves, how to focus on our mindset, the right mindset shifts, branding, how to brand ourselves, market, sell, create systems, and then eventually lead and really grow a team, right? Because we can't do it all on our own forever. So, wherever you are in your business, I would love to connect and I would love to continue this conversation. Meanwhile, thanks so much for those of you that logged in on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you next week in another live, or I'll see you around the group. Bye, everybody.